Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play more Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, we're talking with the King of the Zora, King Dorephan. You did well to come all the way here. I'm Dorephan, ruler of the Zora. That object upon your waist, is that not a Sheikah slate? Now that I've gotten a good look at you, it's all too clear who you are. You are the Hylian champion Link. Do not tell me you have forgotten me. The Hylian champion? You can't mean the Link, that champion. So that's where I've heard your name before. What a fateful coincidence that we should cross paths. I cannot believe it. The Hylian champion Link has appeared before us. We have met numerous times, I'll have you know. So many memories. My mind is overflowing with nostalgia, my friend. I heard a terrible rumor that you had fallen in combat, but it appears you managed to survive. Extraordinary. I guess I would say lost memory. Come again. You say you've lost your memory? Surely you must remember my precious daughter, Mipha, yes? Do you, or do you not? Mipha who? All I know is apparently I killed her. Got her killed. I cannot believe it. Have you truly forgotten my dear Mipha as well? You and Mipha were so close, yet you do not remember her. Young hero, please look upon the beauty of Zora's domain. Do you see that statue? Does gazing upon Mipha's immortalized form still not jog your memory? Well, perhaps your memory will return in time. Dearly hope so. Father, I do not believe discussing my sister is helping matters at the moment. Link seems confused. Yes, of course. But first, it is worth noting how remarkable it is that Sidon brought a champion here without realizing it. That is quite a feat, my boy. Ah ha ha. That is a good one. Link, I doubt that you have endured a great many trials. I doubt not that you have endured a great many trials. Still, I must ask you to hear my plea. Now then, hero, I must inform you that Zora's domain is in danger of vanishing because of divine beast Baruta. I shall do you the courtesy of speaking bluntly. We alone cannot stop this beast. Will you lend us your strength? What? King Dorephan, my liege, please do not speak so. To ask a Hylian for help. Why, the very thought of it curls my fins. Muzu, I expected more of you. How can you still protest? Muzu, it is rude to speak that way to your king and his guests. Link is here because I invited him. With such unprecedented rainfall, we have no choice but to rely on the aid of a trustworthy Hylian. Have we not already discussed this and arrived at that very conclusion? He is the key to saving Zora's domain. I have no doubt in my mind. Indeed. Link is a champion through and through. As things now stand, Zora's domain, nay, perhaps all of Hyrule is doomed to be swallowed by the sea. This is bigger than all of us, my friend. Zora and Hylians alike must put aside our differences and band together. Have you forgotten already, my king? We cannot trust these loathy Hylians. 100 years ago, they abused the power of an ancient civilization and turned Hyrule into what it is today. And that is not the least of it. It is their fault that Lady Mipha was lost to us. Link. Divine Beast Baruta has great power. It has the unique ability to create an endless supply of water. Of late, it has been mercilessly spouting water into the air. As a result, this area has been plagued by heavy rains. For us Zora, water and air are as one, so you would not think this would be quite so critical a problem. Sadly, the rains have filled the eastern reservoir, nearly to the point of flooding. If the reservoir bursts, as it soon will, I fear immense damage will befall not only Zora's domain, but also the area downstreams from us. Their Hylian lives are in very grave danger. The divine beast is crying out once again. there it is. Gonna be our first divine beast of the game. The divine beast Varuta. Your princess, Zelda, often studied the beasts. That is, in the time before the Great Calamity. According to her research, the orbs located on Ruta's shoulders are mechanisms that can control the water it generates. However, they require electricity to work. These orbs are clearly out of control now because there is no electricity coursing through to stop them. Sagan, who is quite shock resistant for a Zora, hit one with a shock arrow. Sure enough, it slowed the water a bit. Unfortunately, as an aquatic race, we Zora are terribly vulnerable to the power of electricity. Perhaps because we could not safely strike it with enough electricity at once, the water soon returned to its full force. That is why I went in search of a Hylian who could help us. Link, I'm certain you have already figured this out, but we need you to use shock arrows to get those orbs working properly again. I will aid you in any way I can, of course. Please, hero, I beg of you, help me stop Ruta's rampage of destruction. What? Princess Zelda herself instructed you to board the divine beast and appease it from within? So then, Princess Zelda is still alive? Yeah, in Hyrule Castle. I do not believe it. She was alive this whole time, just as you were. The events of 100 years ago cannot be altered, it is true. But if we can regain control of the divine beasts, they may yet prove useful in sealing Calamity Ganon once and for all. I did not know you had such a grand ambitions, Link. Wondrous. Naturally, I shall help too. Once it has stopped rampaging, you can easily climb inside. Come on, Link, let us appease Ruta together. Let's do this! I'm in. Thank you, Link. Truly, we are in your debt. Our goal is the same. That means our meeting was nothing short of destiny. Now then, allow me to offer you this gift as a show of faith. Zora armor. As long as you wear this, you can ascend waterfalls just like a Zora. Please take good care of it. King Dorephan! Surely you do not really intend to give this outsider the Zora armor. Countless generations of Zora princesses have gifted that armor to the one they have sworn to marry. Princess Mipha made that one there with her own hands. It is far too important to entrust to a shady Hylian. He may be a champion, but Mipha had no such relationship with him, so why should he receive such an honor? This is just too much, my liege. I do not understand it one bit. That Muzo is not easily swayed once his mind is set. You must understand, he was in charge of educating my dear daughter Mipha. Naturally, she meant a lot to him, just as she means the world to us. Ever since we lost her to the Calamity, he has grown to despise Hylians. I hope you can forgive his rudeness. But what shall we do now? I tasked Mizu with finding the shock arrows we will need to appease Varuta, but now he has rushed off in a huff. Link, do not let his words concern you. I will work this out with Mizu. I shall return shortly. Sidon, I suppose that means you are going to tell him. Link, Mizu is most likely at the square down below. Would you mind going down there? I would like you to try to speak with him. Okay. Dude, that was one long cutscene. Not really a cutscene, I mean it was a lot of dialogue. Please listen, I don't care what you say. Aye. You came all the way here, but it was in vain. I have no desire to speak with you. Listen well, Muzu. There is something you need to know. He who stands here, the man called Link, is the one whom my sister Mipha had feelings for. I was only a child then, so I did not know it myself at the time, but it is so. I grew up hearing my father tell stories, some of which were about my sister's undying love for a Hylian named Link. What? No. You cannot fool me with such a fanciful lie. Not this, Zora. How could Lady Mifa possibly have feelings for a Hylian like him? The facts are clear. He remembers nothing, even when he looks upon Prince Mifa's statue. It is the truth, Muzu. Though you never knew it, he was ever in Mifa's heart. This is one of the other storytelling aspects of this game I like so much. They actually go into depth in the relationships that the characters had with one another. Mifa loved Link, like she wanted to be with him.
I was thinking, this reminds me of the time we first met. You were just a reckless child, always getting yourself hurt at every turn. Every time, I would heal you, just as I'm doing right now. I thought it was funny how, being a Hylian, you looked grown up so much faster than I did.
Zora's aged slower.
I was always willing to heal your wounds, even back then.
That's why Sidon isn't so old as like 100 years. Well, like he's 100 years, but he doesn't look like he's 100 years.
So if this Calamity Ganon does in fact return, what can we really do? We just don't seem to know much about what we'll be up against. But know this, that no matter how difficult this battle might get, if anyone ever tries to do you harm, then I will heal you. No matter when or how bad the wound, I hope you know that I will always protect you. Once this whole thing is over, maybe things can go back to how they used to be when we were young. You know, perhaps we could spend some time together.
And it was never to be. That's kind of sad. Well, and it's also retconned, obviously, because in Ocarina of Time, Ruto aged just as quickly as Link did. Are you quivering like a hatchling? Whatever is the matter? Mifa, remember. What? Do not mistake me for a fool, Hylian. There is no way you remembered her just now, when it is most convenient. In any case, without any solid proof, I cannot possibly take you at your word. If you have any such proof, now is the time to show it. Do so, and I shall tell you how to get those shock arrows. Yes, as well as anything else you wish to know. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a look to see what time we're at here, because it's been, cutscenes have been quite some time. Alright, yeah, I'll stop it here. So, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Godspeed, stay frosty.